Hey, so I thought I would do something a little bit different with today's video because I figure I can't give you guys updates on my day every single day. Some days there's not going to be anything to update you guys on, as has been seen in a couple of my previous videos. So, on days where I don't have anything to update you guys on, I thought I might share a little bit about an aspect of my life or something that I'm proud of. I don't know, something along those lines that's not particularly pertinent to that day, maybe, but it's just something, that lets you know a little bit more about my life. So, today I thought I would show you guys something that I am proud of, something that I hold dear to me, and that is my guitar, right here. I got it at a silent auction, I think 3 years ago, and as you can see, it has got some signatures on it, and I will take you guys through these signatures and tell you a little bit about how I got them. So the first two are right here. This one that you can barely see because it's fading out, which kind of sucks. There's a couple that are like that. This is Glenn Phillips, who is the lead singer of Toad the Wet Sprocket. And this is Tyrone Wells, who is a singer-songwriter sort of on the rise. You may have heard some of his songs like Sea Breeze, Sink or Swim, More. You may not recognize the titles right away, but if you heard them, I bet you'd recognize the song. And I got both of these the same night that I got this guitar, because it was at a benefit called Kids Helping Kids, and Tyrone was the opener, and Toad the Wet Sprocket was the main performance, the headlining act, as you would call it. And so I won the guitar in a silent auction, paid about $180 for it, pretty cheap, and got them to sign it that night, and that was pretty cool. I've seen Glenn Phillips since. He came into a clinic at my songwriting class once, and I've seen Tyrone Wells like 2 or 3 times besides that night. He loves to come to Santa Barbara, and I always try to see him when he does. Next one, over here, this little piano, also sort of fading, is Ben Folds. And I got Ben Folds' signature when I did a couple background vocalist gigs with him. He was auditioning singers to be background choirs for him whenever he would do his symphony gigs. So I got onto that 8-person choir for the Seattle gig and the Spokane gig, and that was a great experience. And then down here, way down here, that is Imogen Heap. That is Imogen Heap's signature. I got that from her concert in Santa Barbara, where me and about 10 other singers formed an a cappella group and auditioned to be her opening act for that concert, and also sing on the show with her for her song Earth. And we won for the Santa Barbara gig, so we got to perform a 4-song opening set, and then we came back on later and sang with her on her song Earth. And so she signed my guitar, I think, yeah, after the show ended, but that was really cool too. Let's see. 3 more. Yes, 3. Katy Perry. Yep, that's Katy Perry. Got that when she was doing a filming in Santa Barbara. She was filming for this MTV show called MTV Hoods, basically where people go back to their hometown and sort of relive their childhood a little bit. And so she used to be part of the jazz choir at my old high school. So we formed this like ringer choir of performers from the last like 5 years of the choir, and I was asked to be part of it, and we filmed. We got to sing for Katy Perry. We sang this like jazz rendition of I Kissed a Girl, and then she signed my guitar afterwards. Next, these last 2 are just for musical theater people. If you don't know musical theater people, you won't know these 2. This is Jason Robert Brown, and I got to be in a show called Hello My Baby, and arrangements were done by his wife, Georgia Stitt, and so he came to most of the shows. So I got to talk to him a few times and tell him how much I appreciate what he does. And so on one occasion I brought my guitar to the show and got him to sign it. And then this last one that says "Write Every Day" on the top is Lin-Manuel Miranda, the composer for In the Heights. By the way, he is the composer, if you don't know, he's the composer for shows like Parade, The Last 5 Years, 13, stuff like that. Yeah. Anyway, Lin-Manuel Miranda, he played the role of Usnavi when they were doing it in LA at the Pantages Theater. It was a very limited engagement, and I went to closing night, brought my guitar along, and so went to the stage door afterwards, ran out, got my guitar, brought it, and he signed it, and I told him that I was into writing songs, and he just took one look at me and wrote that, and that was a really cool thing for him to do. I really appreciate that he wrote that. So I think that's all that's on my guitar. Yeah, interesting stories for every one of them. Hopefully I get some more. These aren't the only celebrities I've been lucky enough to meet over the years, but sometimes, you know, beforehand it was requested no signature, you know, no signing anything, or sometimes I didn't have my guitar, or I just didn't find it appropriate to ask them for their signature, or, you know, it would be a little weird for them to sign a guitar if they're like strictly an actor, like Christopher Lloyd or something like that. That'd be weird. Anyway, super long vlog, I know, like 7 minutes. It has nothing to do with what I did today. But now you know a little bit about this. Oh yeah, special thing about my guitar. See this? That is tape that is keeping this little thing from vibrating back and forth whenever I play. Because, you know, it was a super cheap guitar. I got a silent auction for charity. I don't expect it to be a great guitar, so the fact that this was the only thing that was wrong with it is great. Okay, I'll stop talking now, because I'm sure many of you have stopped paying attention. Okay, bye.